Hello and welcome to another Outlaws of Thunder Junction draft. I'm Paul Cheon, and today we are at Diamond 4. I wanted to do some climbing here, so I did do some drafts in the evening. So we did miss a couple of drafts. Will note that I got a trophy, and then I got 2 drafts where I didn't get a trophy. So my trophy rate is going down because I did 3 drafts and only trophied one of them. But we are Diamond 4, and let's hop into another queue to try to go up the ranks. Now, before this draft fires, I did want to say, if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon channel. The link to the Patreon is in the description below. Shout out to all the current patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. Another thing is, I did update my card rankings very recently, so the link to my card rankings is also in the description below if you were kind of interested or wanted to use it kind of as a guide while you are drafting. All right, let's hop into this draft and open something nice, something not Abzan. We'll see. Hey, look, we're trying to hit rank 1, so I'm going to try to win. So I will take what I believe is going to be the best card. But, ooh, wait just a second here. I have not gotten the opportunity to play with Geralf, so I'm going to take it. What is the proper pick here? That's a good question. I think if I was at the Pro Tour, you can certainly make the case for both Hollow Marauder and Beastbound Outcaster. I think I actually prefer the Outcaster. I think the Marauder might have a slightly higher win rate. I'm not sure. I just like the fact that this is something that you can do early as well. So probably taking the Outcaster here, but there's also a Hollow Marauder and a Desert Stew. But first picking a blue card. That's a little bold. This is probably very good in blue-red. I have never played with this, but you want to plot a bunch of things. I mean, I guess you can be blue-green as well. Anyways, I'm going to take Geralf and try to play it and see where things go. Ooh, all right. Zombie Tribal. Wait, what does this say? When a zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter and for each other zombie that... Oh my gosh, I literally just drafted a combo deck. I drafted a zombie combo deck here with Outlaw Stitcher and Geralf the Fleshwright. I am here for it. Reanimate is also pretty funny because it's a 1-mana spell and it goes pretty well. I don't think it's going to table, but I feel like I'm just going to start with Geralf and Outlaw Stitcher because this is one of the few cards I think that makes zombies. So I will have to keep an eye out on that creature type. Additionally, there's a Trained Airynx, but I mean, maybe we'll table the Jailbreak scheme because nobody likes to draft blue, but... This is an exciting start, though, I will say. And now we have this pack. There is a Rambling Possum, a Jailbreak Scheme, and a Soured Springs. Now, typically, if I'm blue, I do like pairing it with black. So I am really looking at this Soured Springs over something like a Jailbreak Scheme, which I think is mostly fine. But yeah, I think I'm going to take the Desert here. I don't know that I want to be blue-green with Geralf. There is that Doc Hourlock, which helps you with the plotting, but let's take the Soured Springs here. There's some green cards. There's a Jailbreak Scheme, but I do value... I do think the blue-black crime deck is very, very strong. And so for that reason, I really, really like the Soured Springs. But let's see what we get in the remaining packs. But also, of course, you could end up in blue-red. I mean, you could end up in all kinds of different things. But if you fully want to take advantage of Geralf, you don't want to be doing lots of plotting and double spelling, and I feel like the blue-red deck is typically the color combination that wants to do that. This is another extremely underwhelming pack. I mean, there's just nothing I want to take early here. Literally nothing. So I think I'm just going to take Eroded Canyon. I think I can end up in blue-black or blue-red, or potentially even Grixis. So I'm going to take another Desert here to start things off, and try to put something together here. And moving on to this pack, we have some good green cards. We have a Cactarantula and a Giant Beaver. There's a Shackle Slinger. I just think this card's not very good. So I don't think I'm going to take that. There's an Ambush Gigapede, but the card's fine, but I never want to take it early. I'm just going to take the best card in this pack, which is a Cactarantula, and just kind of see where things go. If green happens to be open, we'll end up in green. And if not, then, hey, we have a couple of deserts here for the Cactarantula. Moving on to this pack, we have... Wow, we are not seeing any black. Or red, for that matter, right? We're just, like, there's a trick shot. So perhaps blue-green is the lane that we're supposed to be. There's an Unholy Cow, a Spinewoods Paladin, and a Metamorphic Blast. If I want to be blue-green, Spinewoods Paladin is certainly the card that we want. I do think it's better than the Metamorphic Blast, so I'm going to take the Paladin here. It is also really, really nice with the Stitcher and the Geralf that we have because you can plot it. Definitely going to put higher emphasis on plot cards, and here we are. I guess we are looking to be potentially a blue-green deck here and see what's available. Certainly some white cards also good here. Wrangler of the Damned. Definitely not... This definitely doesn't go well with the play multiple spell nature of blue-green, but certainly interested in splashing white because blue-green doesn't have any removal. So this is a pretty late Mystical Tether. So it does look like the Bant colors are where we need to be. A 7th pick Tether does tend to be a sign. So I will take the Tether here and just play it one pack at a time. Oh, and that's a late Getaway Glamour. So white might be the other color that we need to be here. The question is, where do we want to pair this, right? We only saw the Outlaw Stitcher. Are we getting cut off in blue as well? There was a late Metamorphic Blast though, but I'm going to tread carefully here. White definitely feels like it should be one of our primary colors just based on what we saw there. But we do need to figure out our other color. That's a late Eartha Joe, but I saw no other red cards, so I don't think this is an indication that we should move into red-white. And so we here have an option between Harrier Strix, Voracious Varmint, and Steer Clear. I don't really like Steer Clear very much unless I'm green-white specifically. I guess I can take Voracious Varmint. I just think it's a better card than the Harrier Strix. Just, you know, there are enchantments that you are interested in killing, so let's go ahead and take that. Here I'll take a Sheriff of Safe Passage just because it is another plot card. And just kind of see where things go. I mean, it's possible that we end up in blue-white. Here I'll take Outlaw Medic over Harry. I'm just not a big fan of Harrier Strix in general, and it does feel like white is where we need to be. And we might have a more defensively oriented white deck. I'll take an Ariet's Lullaby. Yeah, definitely white. We definitely want to be white. I just don't know what my second color should be. I'm really hoping that it ends up being blue, even though blue-white's not especially good, only because I want to play this Geralf. Now, that's not to say I can't splash the Geralf, right? And wow, look at this pack. Oh, man. I mean, we can splash the Geralf, I guess. We might be just a green-white deck here, to be honest. All right, but what do I take in green-white? There's a Seraphic Steed and a Sandstorm Salvager. What's actually better between the two? I mean, Seraphic Steed, it's got to be Seraphic Steed, right? They're both ridiculous. Does this put us... This is pretty cool with the tokens, though. And I'm not necessarily locked into green-white. Oh, there's a Prosperity Tycoon as well. Look, I make zombies here. I actually don't know what's better. But you know what? I've played with the Steed before. I want to try the Salvager, especially if I'm going to try to do the zombie token thing. Let's take the Salvager here. Just because, I mean, we all know how good the Steed is, but like I just want to try out the Salvager just because we can make other types of tokens here. Taking a look at this pack, we have blue does seem to be like it's getting drafted ahead of us, so perhaps we're going to be green-white splash blue. We'll see. Here we have a Shepherd of the Clouds versus Journey to Nowhere. That's actually really interesting. I love Shepherd of the Clouds. And if I'm green-white, I'm probably going to have mounts. You know, as much as I like Journey to Nowhere, I'm going to take Shepherd. We only have a couple of big things right now. And particularly in green-white, where you usually end up with mounts, this card is fantastic. So I'll take the Shepherd of the Clouds here over the other card. Oh no! That's a second Geralf! Okay, what are we doing here? Alright, I'm taking it. Alright, I gotta play these. I don't know how. Now we're getting all the blue here, obviously. There's a Slickshot Lockpicker as well. But I think I'm just going to take a Fortune. I think I'm just going to end up in Bant here. I mean, there's a Slickshot Lockpicker, but I don't really have any spells to get back. And I think Fortune is just super, super good. Like, I think between the two, I think I like Fortune over Slickshot Lockpicker anyways. So let's take the Fortune. Let me know what you think about Seraphic Steed versus the Sandstorm Salvager, by the way. Also, green seems to be getting cut off. We could just end up in blue-white. I'll take a Loan Shark here just because That one, you can plot. And once again, play this very carefully. Very, very carefully. Maybe we can get the Lance to splash, we'll see. What do we take here? I don't think I want Ariet's Lullaby. I guess I'm just going to take a Conduit Pylons just because I feel like there's a decent chance we're going to splash. And nothing here looks that great. So let's take the Conduit Pylons. Man, this is a weird, weird draft. Alright, so there's a white-red land, which we don't really care for. There is a Crom, which is really good, that we can potentially splash for. And it's really good with what we're doing here with the Geralf. I think it's better than Omenport Vigilante. Alright. We are getting frisky here. We are doing the plotting thing here. And I guess that means we're not going to be green, probably? We'll see. We'll see how this goes. This is another plot spell, but it's pretty bad. But I don't need any of these other cards. If you would create an artifact token... I can't do that. I guess I'll take Highway Robbery. But I don't think I'm going to be... Oh my gosh! Seraphic Steed tabled! What on earth? What is happening? I mean, I could take Prosperity Tycoon. No, I gotta go back here. Look, there's a lot of back and forth here. This card is just too darn good. I just have to take it. I just have to take Seraphic Steed. Alright, what do I take here? There is a Phantom Interference. If I'm blue, that's okay. There's also Outlaw Medic. I guess I'll take Outlaw Medic. And then we'll take the Keykeeper. Why did Seraphic... Is nobody in green-white? I mean, definitely nobody is in white. Oh god, my head hurts trying to figure out where I need to be here. I mean, maybe nobody specifically in green-white. I have a Sandstorm Salvager and a Seraphic Steed. Are you telling me that I'm not supposed to play those cards? For the sake of playing all these blue cards? I don't know. I really do not know. Alright, what do we have in this pack? So we have Dance of the Tumbleweeds, which allows us to splash. There's a Fierce Retribution. Okay, you know what? Why don't we just do it like this? Why don't we splash the Geralf and maybe the Outlaw Stitcher and then just go Bant with the green-white base? That probably gives us the most power here, right? So if I want to do that, I'm just going to take Dance of the Tumbleweeds just for mana fixing. There's a Fierce Retribution, which is fine. But I'll take my first Dance here just because I want to do the thing. Alright, I want to have fun and I want to do the thing. Alright, so green-white, splash blue is what we're looking to do. That way we get to play all of our sweet cards. There's another Dance of the Tumbleweeds. I think I'm just going to take it here. I do love me a Dance of the Tumbleweeds, and nothing else really is that fantastic, so let's go ahead and take that. Outlaw Medic, I'm not the biggest fan of. Alright, yeah, certainly the green-white color combination is open. We got to bury it in the garden, so... This is a really weird draft. Green might not be super-duper open, but specifically nobody is in the best color combination. Akul is in this pack, Frontier Seeker's fine, but Lonely Arroyo is also awesome, but Buried in the Garden also fixes your mana. Is a removal spell and lets us play these blue cards. So let's take Buried in the Garden here. And move on. Don't want to take these actual blue cards. 10, 11... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. What do we want to take here? Patient Naturalist is okay. I do think I like it over Holy Cow. So I think I'm going to take it here. There's also a Back for More that I can potentially splash. No, I'm not going to get too greedy here. I'm going to take Patient and Naturalist. I kind of want it for my curve anyways. Here I'll take a Snakeskin Veil. I don't really like Omen Port Vigilante very much, unless I'm able to commit crimes pretty, like, and have that be pretty trivial. I'd rather have the Snakeskin Veil here. Ooh, this is an interesting pack. So there's a Trained Erings and a Bucolic Ranch. We have 2 mounts. I guess that's not a ton of mounts. I think I just want the Trained Erings here. I do love me a Bucolic Ranch, but we're also going to be looking to perhaps be 3 colors. And if that's the case, then I should take the Trained Erings. All right, here there's a Spinewood Paladin, which I'm slamming over the Sterling Supplier. All right, well, I guess we're in green-white. A little bit more boring. Fierce Retribution tabled, literally nobody in white. So we have Glamour, Ariat's Lullaby, Fierce Retribution, Tether, and Buried in the Garden. Okay, our removal's all right. This is 8 cards here. Here we have the choice between Rise of the Varmints. I'm not really but I'm not milling myself very much. I guess I'll take a Sterling Hound. Unlikely to play it here, though. What does this look like? That's 22. Don't worry, I'm going to probably get the blue cards back in there, but I'm just looking at what a world looks like where I'm just green-white. And honestly, the deck looks pretty good. I'm not sure how good this Sheriff of Safe Passage is, but I guess the plot cost is only 2 mana. Alright, well, come on. Let's not... Who are we kidding here? Even if it's wrong, I don't want to be right. You know what I mean? How many plot cards do we have? Whenever you cast a spell other than your first. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's a plot card as well. Wow, a cool pick 11 and a Phantom Interference. But Tumbleweed Rising is also a card that I definitely should play because if I'm trying to do all of this Geralf stuff. I just need to make sure the mana works for this. But I really just want to try this, so this might be a slightly suboptimal build of the deck, but I don't care. I don't care because I want to make Geralf happen. Outlaw Medic doesn't seem that good here, just because I can't sack it in any way. Is the Bristlepack Sentry good? I don't have that many well, I do have the double Spinewoods Paladins. So let's cut the 2 medics. This still gives us 5 2s, which I think is fine. I do need to still be mindful of my mana curve. I know it's boring, but you gotta do what you gotta do. This is a plot card, which is really nice. Snakeskin Veil too, by the way. I am not opposed to casting this as my 3rd spell, so that I can make 2 tokens, which is really nice. Oh, I forgot Dance of the Tumbleweeds also makes tokens, which is good with the Sandstorm Salvager. Then I think we can probably shave the Ariat's Lullaby. This acts as... I have a ton of creatures. I should probably cut these, like, the non-combo-y ones. Although I really do like Loan Shark. Cut the Ariat's Lullaby. Could see cutting the Sterling Supplier. Sheriff of Safe Passage I'll put here. It's just kind of hard, but if my entire deck is plotting, is it worth it to splash for a 3/4 that draws you a card? Maybe. We can put Cactarantula at the 5. We can probably cut the Sterling Supplier. I know the Supplier is good, okay? But I'm doing this for the sake of trying to play as many plot cards as I can. Because we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plot cards, right? I think the Flyer is the worst one, so I just decided not to play that one. I think I can get away with cutting a 2. And I think I like cutting the Varmint over the Sentry just because we're kind of a combo deck, so we want to survive. I mean, maybe we just probably cut the Loan Shark. Yeah. This blue splash seems far more reasonable. All right. Let's just cut the island. We have an Eroded Canyon and a Conduit Pylons, double Dance of the Tumbleweeds, and a Buried in the Garden to cast our blue cards. I hope that's enough. That's cutting it close. That's 5 for 3 cards. That's okay. But the thing is, you really want blue sources for this early. Yeah, honestly, this is probably all I can afford. All right, let's give this a whirl. Would this deck have been better if I was just straight green-white? Probably. Do I want to try Geralf and see what happens? Absolutely. Alrighty, Bant. Okay, we drew the Eroded Canyon. Our opponent's going first. We don't have any white sources. But we have some good cards. We need to draw planes, though. I believe in my deck. I believe in my deck. Look, we drew Sandstorm Salvager, so now any land will do. Any land. Any land, please. Alright. No land. Okay, what am I discarding? Fierce Retribution, probably. I have 2 other removal spells, and I think Snakeskin Veil will be good. Oh, okay. We're just gonna play this game? That's cool. Off to a smashing start here. I guess I could... I mean, yes, I know. Could I have mulliganed? Absolutely. Absolutely. Good. Do you have Phantom Interference? Oh my gosh. Alright, well... The way I look at it is, if I had a nice curve, this would have been a competitive game. But I don't, so it's not. I need a land here. Alright, you know what? Let's just... That was probably a bad keep, but when you keep a 2-lander on the draw and you need a 3rd land... Granted, we needed white sources. That was probably greedy. I'm not gonna lie. But... missing multiple land drops there, you're gonna just lose any game anyways. Well, I mean, we already lost a game because we had a blue mana source instead of white, right? Because if we had white, we could have played those cards. So... it is what it is. Alright, this hand is interesting. We have a turn 2 Trained Airings into a Mystical Tether. Given that we drew the land, I can probably hold off on the Conduit Pylons for a turn. Although I am interested in being able to play a creature here, I guess. Yeah, I'm actually gonna... Interestingly enough, I'm gonna keep that. Just because it is a play I can make next turn. To saddle up my Trained Airings. And if they kill my Trained Airings, then so be it. It is still a play that's a creature that I can play. Interesting. I'm just gonna play the Keykeeper here. Happy enough to trade with... So, this attack doesn't make any sense to me unless they have some kind of a trick. So I'm just gonna take it. Giant Beaver. Well, we're certainly gonna kill that. So, I mean, I'm thinking they have, like, Take the Fall. Perhaps Snakeskin Veil, something along those lines. What? They have 2 islands. I'm trying to figure... I'm trying to make sense of what they're working with here. But maybe that's just... Maybe I just shouldn't. Alright, let us... plot this. Is it incorrect? Probably. Is it incorrect? I can believe a world where that's incorrect, yes. Okay, so it's a skullduggery. Well, no, they could have killed my thing. Maybe I should have just blocked Apothecary. I don't know. Alrighty. All right. That's we generate. You know, that wasn't that impressive though. We generated a token, right? You need to be able to like go super off. Next turn we can go like Naturalist plus Steed. That's not bad. Come on, friend. What is this? Oh, it's a Rooftop Assassin? Alright, you know what? I will run my zombie. Oh, hold on. Put a +1 for each other zombie. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? Okay. Let's double spell this turn, I guess. See what kind of land we hit. Just the plains, and then we'll just play Seraphic Steed. Make another zombie. Okay. And I will attack with my Paladin. Because I do not know what my opponent is up to. I really don't know. Like, what can this even be? Okay. I guess it was just Snakeskin Veil. So Geralf got me 2 zombies. Was that worth? Was it worth the splash? Unclear. Did I have fun? Kinda. I feel like you need a bunch of take the falls and stuff. But I'm still dreaming of turns where I play like 3 spells in one turn. A man can still dream. Here I'm probably just gonna go get the blue-red land, the desert, and make 8/8 or something. Clear shot. Ooh. All of the tumbleweeds. Honestly, I don't think I care too much for this Geralf anymore. So. Alright. We're just winning with all of our other cards. Our good green and white cards. I mean, this thing made 2 zombies. Like, you can't ask for that much more. And there's definitely a world where anything I draw next turn is going to get me another zombie. Like, if I draw something that costs 3 mana or less. Looks like a back for more, maybe? Back for more with Apothecary is interesting, because it has Death Touch, so they can trade... Oh, it's a Badlands Revival? Okay, that's not as good. I mean, it's still fine. But they're at 6. Alright. We got that one. And you might be asking me, Paul, cut the blue cards. Just play a green-white deck. And I'm going to look at my deck here, and sure, I can just play like a Sterling Supplier, which is just a good card, maybe an Ariet's Lullaby and a Vengeful Townsfolk. Or a Voracious Varmint. I absolutely can do that. But I ain't. Okay. Yes, I know we're gonna always draw a blue card that we can't cast. That's fine. Sterling Keykeeper turn 2. Alright, drew land number 3 for Patient Naturalist. That was really, really important. I'm just gonna play this 2-2 here. This Sheriff can be pretty good with this Outlaw Stitcher. Okay, I'm happy just trading. I mean, they could have used some kind of +1/+1 counter effect, I guess. Oh, that's interesting. I drew Dance of the Tumbleweeds, which gets me the blue source for the Outlaw Stitcher, but I think I just want to play the Patient Naturalist as it adds a body to the battlefield. So let's go ahead and do that instead. Then we can plot the Paladin. Congregation Griff from the opponent. Drover Grizzly, alright. So Congregation getting in there. Spinewood's Paladin is certainly going to help. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh my gosh, I don't have an island. I don't have an island. But it's okay. Hold on. Let's think here, okay? Let us all put our thinking caps on. Okay, this is the plan. Alright? I'm gonna plot this. Then I'm gonna play the dance. I'm gonna get a blue source. I'm gonna get the Eroded Canyon here. I want it to be cheaper. And then we're gonna pass. Okay? And we're gonna try to do all of the things next turn! Will it be good enough? I have no idea. But I'm gonna go Geralf, into Spinewood's Paladin, into Sheriff of Safe Passage, and hopefully... And I have a Snakeskin Veil! I have a Snakeskin Veil as well. Come on! Come on! Wow, they didn't have a creature to play this turn? Interesting. We're at 10 already. We will gain some life here. Yeah, so they didn't have another creature. They probably have some removal spells and such. But let's go ahead with Geralf. Spinewood's Paladin. Oh, come on. Yes. We at least got to do the thing. Yes. Oh no, you know what I should have done? I messed up. Ay, ay, ay. Ah. Because I could have made another 4/4 here, but I kind of want to save the Geralf. And my 6/6. This probably has more value as a way to protect my thing. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think about that. I could have made... Well, I already played this, that's the problem. But I could have made a 4/4 for 1 mana. Is that better? Maybe that's better. I don't know. Okay. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, 19. Perhaps I should have attacked with... Nah, it's a little risky. But Trained Airings was a great draw here. Into... Outlaw Stitcher. Okay. This is our board. I hope this is good enough. It'd be so sad if we just lose to flyers after all of this. Hey, I mean, even if I lose, we got to do the thing, alright? We got to do the thing. I mean, how badly does this go if I just attack with everything? They probably have a trick too, so I think this Mystical Tether will be very, very important here. Like if they block a 3-3, they take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, they're at 1. They're at 1 and we have Mystical Tether up. Come on, Geralf! Let's go! Let's go, Geralf! Oh my gosh! Oh, they didn't draw the land! Oh my gosh, they didn't draw the land for the sweeper. Woof. Final showdown, okay. Hey, look, we got to go off with the Geralf once, and I'm really happy that we got the blue source there instead of the conduit pylons. Man, I can't stop smiling. We got to do the thing. We got to do the thing, I'm so happy. Geralf made us a bunch of tokens. The Stitcher's Outlaw was great. What more can we complain about? Alright, turn 2 Seraphic Steed here, which is great. We drew the Geralf. Not a good Geralf setup hand, though. It's kind of interesting. With 2 mana up, I feel like they just have something. So do I just play this the Keykeeper? Maybe not. No, we'll see. Do I want a second one? Nah. Because I can get one back too. I can get it back with the Shepherd. Did you just keep a hand with absolutely nothing? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Alright, so they should be at, I guess, a lower life total here, but it is what it is. Geralf is in play. We can get back our Seraphic Steed. Another one? Another one. Fair enough. Ooh, Getaway Glamour on Shepherd of the Clouds is awesome. Actually, don't know what I want. Probably just the Steed, though. No attacks. Okay. Ooh. Hellspur Brute into... Okay. Buried in the Garden. That's pretty interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, Buried in the Garden on Hellspur Brute does seem pretty good. Into Seraphic Steed. And we will hold off on attacks. Alright, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can play Dance of the Tumbleweeds. They're keeping up 4 mana, though. It's just like... You know what I mean? It's just like they have to have something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I kind of want to get an untapped land so I can Glamour. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I guess I don't really care about killing a big thing, so I'll just get the desert. Yeah, no reason to attack just yet. Yeah. I guess they could have, like, Cruel Ultimatum or something. Oh, it's... Are you really splashing Rooftop Assassin? Seems kind of weak. Like, that just seems like a really awkward splash, but I guess they have it. I'm gonna save my Glamour. I feel like they're gonna want to use a removal spell at some point. Okay. That's really good. I can get the Steed back, though, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh no, this is an end of turn thing. Damn it, I keep messing this up. Is this end of turn? It's end of turn. Darn it. Whatever. It's probably better till I draw a spell anyways. And then we will... Flicker and destroy. And we will... The question is, what do I actually want to put into play? Or what do I want to put into my hand? Huh. Is it the Seraphic Steed or is it the Sterling Keykeeper? The Sterling Keykeeper actually seems better. So I'm gonna go with that. I have plenty of mana, and I just want to tap down the Reach creature, to be honest. Double down, alright. They've got a brew, I'm gonna say. They certainly have a brew. Alright, so let's play the Keykeeper into the Sheriff. Alright. And then let's attack with Bristlepack. Okay. Alright, how many outlaws do you have in your deck? Well, copying that doesn't do anything. It's legendary. I wonder if they thought they get a copy. Wait, are you serious? Do you have 3 Longhorn Sharpshooters in your deck? That's ridiculous. Alright. Well, hopefully this Mystical Tether gets it done. We're going to be able to flash it in at instant speed. They have a sweet deck. Would I call it good? I guess they're a black... Would I call it good? Not necessarily. They have a lot of power. But this Akul is very ambitious, let's just say. I guess it's still just like a late game win condition. Don't have a removal spell, come on. Be reasonable. Again, I can't be too upset. Geralf made us a bunch of tokens. Oh my god. Alright, no, their deck is awesome. I take it back, their deck is awesome. Well, you know, sometimes you get cruel ultimatumed. We've been doing our fair share of cruel ultimating people as well, so... It is what it is. Alright. Let's go, I mean, this is not the worst top deck. I don't think it's going to be enough after Cruel Ultimatum, though. We have a 9-9 and an 8-8. And they have Double Down going with a bunch of outlaws. They are going off. These can be... Oh, I'm at 7? Oh. Outlaws, Stitcher. God, they have chump blockers for days! Alright, so we're at 6. They can put us down to 4, and then hit us for 2 in the air. This is the best double down I've seen. It's been incredible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. They don't quite have lethal yet. Do I have full steam ahead? I don't think I do. They've just got so much value out of their cards. Kudos to the opponent. Yeah, alright. Yeah, they had a fantastic... I take it back, they had a fantastic Grixis deck. That's on me. Alright. Well, look. We're gonna lose to rares as well. Obviously, the first loss was unfortunate, but this one, we just lost to a deck that goes over the top of Geralf shenanigans. Alright, 2 and 2, back against the wall. Great hand here, though. Turn 2 Seraphic Steed. Into, I guess nothing. We have Dance of the Tumbleweeds, that's what we can do. Looks like a Phantom Interference here from the opponent. Or Essence Capture, sure. We will certainly fire off the first Dance of the Tumbleweeds here. And I kind of want action. So I'm going to get the Conduit Pylons here. I'll keep the Trained Erranks. I'm gonna play around counter spells. They have all blue sources in play. So I'm gonna try to play around Phantom Interference if I can, while still putting pressure on the battlefield. Also, this is not even that bad, because now that I have a mountain play, this will immediately put the Seraphic Steed into play. Outcast or Greenblade? Yeah, I feel like I need to wait here and play around Phantom Interference. Hopefully I draw a creature. I did not. We'll play it patient here. I'm gonna play it patient because they've been constantly leaving up that mana. So... oh, God. Whatever. Alrighty. Seraphic Steed in. We need to start bashing. Scry and find a removal spell. I guess I'll keep Cactarantula. Could be in for a good old-fashioned race here. We'll see. Do they have like a repulse here or something? Decisive Denial, okay. Man, I kind of wish that it didn't give hexproof, so it would actually fight. Oh well. God, do they have the lasso card as well? This thing just gets out of hand so fast. Yep. Okay, so let's take a look here. 4, 5, 6. I just need to put just a ton of power and toughness into play here. So I think I'm gonna go with Dance of the Tumbleweeds into Seraphic Steed. So let's go get a Plains here off of this. Play the Steed. Saddle it up. Scry. Find a removal spell. Nope. Alright. Ornery Tumblewag. What on earth is this card, though? How does it get this? It gets so big. For a 3-drop, it's a 6/6. And then this turn, it can be a 12/12? I don't even know. Just seems totally unreasonable. Trying to find a removal spell. We don't have that many. We have like 4? 4 or 5? My question is, what do I do here? Well, I mean, obviously, it just depends on what they have, but okay. I see. All right, we're just taking this. We are at 2 life! Ornery Tumblewag is a 12/12. Fierce Retribution off the top. Buried in the Garden off the top. Planes off the top. That's a Fierce Retribution. So love that. This thing has Vigilance, which is nice. I don't need the Scry. Saddle 4, though? That's such a big saddle cost. But it does provide me a chump blocker. I mean, it just puts a 3/3 into play. Because I don't have a lethal attack here. But it does less damage? Like, is it better to just get them down to 1? And then I have 2 blockers and I go to 4 right now? I'm just going to make the token. It just puts an extra permanent in play. I'm at 4. I can block both things. They're going to need to play a creature plus... They're going to need to play a creature plus get my blocker out of the way. Which is a big ask. With 2 cards in hand. And that's not enough. They need to play another creature here. Or a removal spell. So it's like playing around that. I mean... It is what it is. They could loot here to dig, though. So close. Oh, whatever. I mean, they had it all. And we lose to a different rare here in the Ornery Tumblewag. They could have given the Ornery Tumblewag unblockable as well. So, it is what it is. But I feel like right now, and I expected this, we are on the other side of kind of variance where we are starting to run into the bombs. And honestly, I also, you know, it happens, right? We just didn't have enough interaction. We found a Fierce Retribution a little too late. We just had the Fierce Retribution and the Mystical Tether and Buried in the Garden and the Glamour. So we had 4 removal spells because we were trying to kind of go off here with the Geralf and the Outlaw Stitcher. Now, would it have been correct to do something else? I don't know, but I still wanted to try the experiment here with the Geralf. Never drew the Sandstorm Salvager. That would have been cool as well, just being able to try to go off and do the thing. But I'm happy that I got to put it in my deck, and I'm happy that you got to at least see that one game where it made a ton of tokens, right? It made like, we had some awesome turns here with the Geralf, and the Outlaw Stitcher was able to make an 8/8 as well. Probably still not what you want to do on the splash. I feel like green-white just wants to be a little more streamlined, and we certainly could have gone down that direction. But I think when you have 2 copies of a mythic that you never get to play with, I think it's certainly worth it right now to try out these cards, particularly because the arena, you know, just like when there's high-level arena events coming up as well, like it's just nice to kind of know how these cards play out. So outside of this, I think we did have a pretty decent deck here still, right? I liked our spells. We had Seraphic Steed, Sandstorm Salvager, but we lost to Ornery Tumblewag, and we didn't have removal, and we lost to Cruel Ultimatum, which will happen, and we lost to a Bad Keep, which also happens from time to time. So, you know, some of the losses were out of our control, and I think this is probably the worst record that I've had for a video that I've posted, and like I said, I kind of expected the downswing. I thought this deck was really sweet, and you know, we still have a ways to go before we can continue climbing here. So 2-3 this time, not the ideal result, still in Diamond 4, but more drafts on the horizon on our road to rank 1. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit the like or subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed the content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon channel. The link to the Patreon is in the description below. Shout out to all the current patrons. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for sticking to the end and watching this video. I'll catch you tomorrow.